Factor cap. Joshua Dobbs is better than Brock Purdy. Factor cap.
This is Cap. I get the astronaut has been on the mat. This is giving me Geno Smith vibes. Like last year, he was kind of coming, set the league on storm. No one saw him play in 10 years. Like there wasn't no tape on Geno Smith. He was telling everybody he wasn't going to write back. And I feel like now the league is kind of starting to catch up to him. Right now, Josh Dobbs is running around looking like Mike Vick in a Vikings uniform, and Wes is happy, and he's coming at everybody and saying, "You're picking against Vikings. We beat you guys on Monday night." And that was obviously with Kirk Cousins, but Dobbs kind of coming into the game after Jared Hall gets knocked out of the game, and Dobbs has the Dobb magic, the NASA magic, as I'll probably start saying. He's running around in this game against the Saints, who I picked against them at home. And, he's finding TJ Hawkinson. He's finding Jordan Addison, a lot of people kind of sneakily are. Jordan Addison has a lot of touchdowns. I don't know how many touchdowns he has, but he should be in that conversation for Rookie of the Year. I think it's kind of CJ's job to lose, or award to lose, that is. But I think Jordan Addison is a guy that's been getting open and finding the end zone a lot this past year. So Josh Dobbs come in. I think the Vikings make the playoffs. So, but is he better than Brock Purdy? Brock Purdy has multiple playoff wins. He's on pace to throw for, I think, over 3,000 yards. So I don't think Josh Dobbs will do that. Is Josh Dobbs a top 15 quarterback in this league? No. I get it. He's the new hot thing right now, but I feel like let's just slow our roll a little bit on Josh Dobbs. I get it. The Vikings are the sexy team, the new hot girlfriend that you get. But then over time starts coming, you see that she likes to pick her nose. She smokes cigarettes, and she doesn't. she doesn't. Take a shower every day. So we'll kind of start to see, rear its ugly head. When Fiona before in Shrek, she's nice and all pretty before that sunlight starts to hit, and then all of a sudden she turns into an ogre at the end. So let's slow down. Let's slow down on Josh Dobbs a little bit. But he's on fire right now. Shaun, you can quote me now. You can put this in the notebook too. We got 2 notebook quotes. I think the Vikings are going to make the playoffs. You can say that right now, but I don't think
that's not bold. That's not bold.
I don't think Josh Dobbs is that good. I don't think Josh Dobbs is that good. So
I agree with you. I definitely think that the Vikings are going to make the playoffs too. I mean, what I said to Wes is I learned my lesson on Monday night. Whether or not Kirk Cousins is still around, I learned my lesson on Monday night. And I was the only one to pick the Vikings to beat the Falcons, even with Hall starting, because I was just a believer in the Vikings. And then the astronaut comes in the game, wins it. And the coolest part about that is that Kevin O'Connell was literally like telling him in the headset, all right, so your receiver to the right, he's about to run a post in. Your receiver on the left, he's about to run a go route. He's about to run this. He's about to run that. And then Josh had to just do the best he could. And I just thought that was so
Can you give us
cool.
the backstory on why we're calling Josh Dobbs the astronaut, as we called him in the group chat?
Well, basically, I'm not too versed on it, but basically, isn't it because he did like some type of astronaut training at NASA, and so like he is like a legitimate astronaut. Like he hasn't actually gone to space, but I mean he's the closest thing to it as far as Earthlings.
Yeah, I think it's something where he did a program with NASA, and NASA breeds a lot of astronauts. So I don't think that many guys in the NFL have done any projects or anything with NASA. So, I mean, I think this guy is a legit astronaut. And so, you're seeing NASA kind of post the NASA program stands with Josh Dobbs. And so, yeah, it's pretty insane. So it's a cap. I don't think he's better than Brock Purdy.
All right, Shaun, I'm going to bring it to you next. Factor cap. Joshua Dobbs, the astronaut, is better than Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy.
This is cap. He didn't even have his jersey in the Arizona team store like 6 weeks ago. I like Josh Dobbs. I respect Josh Dobbs. But Brock Purdy, he didn't lose his first game until 3-4 weeks ago against Josh Dobbs' future team. And yeah, they had a little bit of a slide. But I've seen more from Brock Purdy on a more consistent basis. It's not just the 49ers fan in me, I promise. But I really love what I've seen from Josh Dobbs, whether if it be on the Cardinals or now on the Vikings. And it's really cool just how he was able to really resurrect his career. And he took some great advice from Mike Tomlin, basically about like creating your own path and your own circumstances and just continuing to push through adversity. And Josh Dobbs is an inspiration, but unfortunately, I guess I'll have to be a hater in this sense and say that it's cap. Josh Dobbs is not better than Brock Purdy.
So, factor cap. Joshua Dobbs is better than Brock Purdy. When I made this, I was sitting back and I'm like, damn, if Brock Purdy was an Arizona Cardinal, I think they would be just as bad. You know, it's Arizona. We talked about the shit show in Carolina. We talked about the shit show in Arizona. It's a complete shit show. You know, we talked about with Gannon not being able to really be a good leader of men, A, B, C, and D. Joshua Dobbs is out there throwing to people on the practice squad. If he had a Brandon Ayuk, a Kittle, a McCaffrey, a Debo Ayuk, you know, I think Joshua Dobbs is up there. So I'm gonna have to go fact. You know, we talked about. Well, let me clarify.
Clip yourself on this one, Kevin. Clip yourself on this one.
I talk about how Brock Purdy is a system quarterback, and when things are not all glitter and glam, he goes back to Mr. Irrelevant. It's never been glimmer or glam. We all saw the video. He didn't even know where the home locker room was. He was walking onto the field in the street clothes. He said, "I do this shit. I'm just going onto the field. Show me where the money's at. The field, take me there." Joshua Dobbs is is playing better right now than Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is a system quarterback. Joshua Dobbs is the system. You like Shaun mentioned. What's the call, coach? Post route, slant, deep ball. Got it. Hype. What's your name? TJ? Hey man, I'm gonna throw this ball. What's your name? Jordan Addison?
TJ went off yesterday.
So, hey man. Just saying it. It's not crazy to say that Joshua Dobbs is better than Brock Purdy. It's not crazy to say, but I understand it. You guys are Niners fans. That's why I was really hoping Garry would be here to kind of balance it out. But as you guys all know, our YouTube factor caps have been going kind of crazy. So, you know, hopefully there's some people on my side or, you know, Niner Nation will get on my back.
Yeah, you can count on that. Niner Nation is definitely going to come for you. As